teachers and trainers and dear friends, Mr. Ray Higdon. So without any further ado, like I said, give him, please, for your sake, your full-on attention for the next hour. One of the biggest rock stars in the entire profession, Mr. Ray Higdon. Dude, come on out. I'm excited for this one. The floor is yours.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, thank you, and thank you, Brian. Appreciate you. We always are honored to come out here and do some training and hang with the community, and just so grateful for all the things that you, Brian, and your entire executive team have done for the community and for the online space, the MLM space. It's just been really, really awesome. So I'm glad to be here for sure. And man. So apologies for we had to get this party started. This is the latest I have ever started a training in my entire life. I love technology. Technology loves me. And, so many of you were so eager to get on this webinar that you guys and the combination of all of our energies here just broke the internet without even having a nude pic or anything like that. So that was pretty impressive that so many of you, I think I don't know if we came close to or if we broke the MLSP registration record, but I know that it's way up there, over 5,000 people registered for this training, and we're really, really excited. So I am, hey, I'm a man on a mission. I respect your time, so I'm going to get this party started. We're going to go rather quickly, all right? So you're about to discover how to make more money, get over your prospecting fears, and explode into top earner status. So I got a quick question for you. How would you feel if you made money from almost every call you made, whether they joined your network marketing company or not? How would that feel? Would that be pretty cool? Would that be awesome? I want you to really think about that, because that's what we're going to cover tonight, okay? So what if it helped you make your monthly income higher than your annual? And this is something that, you may be on here and you may think, oh my goodness, that's just never possible. Well, if you were on our wake-up call, you know that I shared with you that by building my brand and doing some of the things that I'm going to share with you here tonight, by doing those things, back in just a few months ago, we had a period of 3 days where we generated more revenue than I would have generated in 12 years at my old job. And I had a high salary job. Anything is possible. You may not get there overnight, but you can get there by doing the things that I'm talking about night after night, and you stay on that path. You can completely change your life and the life of your entire family. And that's really what we're going to talk about here today. So I want you to understand that it's possible. Pay close attention tonight. Take notes, and you'll get a full plan. And then at the very end, we will do a question and answer with you. I want to hear how I can best help you and make sure that we can get you rocking and rolling. Now, I'll tell you, just a few short years ago, life wasn't great. I had jumped into the real estate market here in the state of Florida, and things went really, really well until they didn't. And when the market changed, I didn't know enough. I hadn't educated myself enough or invested in myself enough to understand how to adapt to a down market, and I ended up absolutely dead broke, losing everything that I had made the previous 4 years of my life. And not just that, but I actually did end up in personal foreclosure, which, not too proud about that, but I know that there's a lot of people that maybe understand, maybe they've been close to that, or maybe some of you have had that kind of experience in your life like I have. And on one end, I was that was one of the toughest parts of my entire life, but I'm also actually grateful for it, because it did help me when my back was against the wall to turn things around. And I very clearly remember the days when I was looking out the Venetian blinds to see who was at the door, and most of the times it was a bill collector with a clipboard, and I wouldn't answer it because I had nothing to tell them. And so if you're on here and you're struggling or you've been through some tough times, I understand. I get it. I've been there. I've been, I know, I always realize that there's probably someone on here that's been through tougher times than me. I get it. Not the kind of competition anyone wants to enter, but I can tell you, I get it. A few years ago, I was dead broke. Since then, that was just back in 2009, we've been able to generate over $9 million in revenue. So I want you to just think about that for a second. Going from dead broke to not six-figure years, multi-million-dollar years. And that's something that you got to start somewhere. So what I'm going to share with you is how I started that process, exactly what I did, and what you can do no matter where you are right now. I was the #1 income earner in a network marketing company. So sometimes you may be hearing from an online network marketer that has great theories, that has great training even. Well, you're hearing from someone that was able to apply what I'm teaching you here tonight to become the #1 income earner in a network marketing company, generate over $1 million in commissions in that company, and built up to a $50,000 a month income in that company. So I have experience with being the very top of a network marketing company, and a lot of what I am going to talk about here today does come from that experience. Earned 11 paid-for vacations. I've shared the stage with Tony Robbins, Darren Hardy, Bob Proctor, Robert Kiyosaki, Gary Vaynerchuk, Les Brown, Eric Worre, on and on and on. I've been very, very blessed to spend time with some really amazing individuals. I've been featured on the Grant Cardone Show, a very popular podcast known as Entrepreneur on Fire, and my local paper, which is my mom's favorite, is really funny. We I think it was late last year, my wife and I were featured on our little, local county paper here, and that's when my mom knew that we were successful. So all the other accolades that I've shared with you really didn't matter to Mom, but being in the local paper really got her fired up, and I think she got a couple hundred copies and gave them to all her friends. It was pretty cute. So Mom was rooting for us. I've been able to help impactors impact a lot more people, and that's what's pretty neat. Is those of you on this call, I don't know if you'll use these strategies to just go and build a team, or if you're going to use them to go out there and impact a whole lot of people. I hope that while you're on this planet, you look to impact as many people as possible, and we will talk about that, and all while having a pretty amazing family life. And my priority is my family, absolutely. There's me and my beautiful wife Jessica, my 2 boys, and our baby Sabrina. And baby Sabrina is she's now 6 months old, and she is just absolutely amazing. And I want to bring up a quote here that touched me, and maybe it'll touch you too. And when I first saw this, I thought, ooh, man, because it really is how I think. But I think a lot of people don't realize this. You don't realize who's watching you. And I know that my boys, this past weekend we actually had an event and had people there from, Singapore, Ireland, Sweden, Turks and Caicos, UK, all over Canada, all over the United States. And, my boys were there, Sabrina was there, and I need to play big to be an example for them. And I don't know what they'll do. Who knows what baby Sabrina will grow up to be? She'll probably be a famous actress or something. I don't know. Who knows? But whatever they do, I want them to do it big. I want them to play as big as humanly possible. And the only way that I can help influence that is by me playing as big as humanly possible myself in front of them as an example. So I hope that you get that. I hope that you understand that people are watching you. Your kids are watching. Your family's watching you. So why not give them a show to watch, huh? How about that? So get ready. Tonight is freaking jam-packed, and I'm, hey, yeah, we got started late, but we're going to finish freaking strong, so just be prepared. These are the things that we're going to cover tonight. How to get over your fear of prospecting, 3 steps to make more money with each prospect, when to pitch your MLM without being awkward, the perfect person attraction formula, how to build your MLM without even talking about it, how I generated over $100,000 my first 12 months with MLSP in 2 steps, and this was with barely marketing MLSP in any way, shape, or form. I think you'll be blown away by that little part. And then also, I'm going to allow you guys to take a peek at my brand new course. We're going to spend a couple minutes just going over that for those that have interest. And then, of course, we'll go into Q&A, and we'll be in-depth. We'll be raw. I'm going to shoot you straight. I may tell you some things that you may not want to hear, but these are things that you may need to hear. And my mission is to help hone you as a money-making network marketing building machine someone who is just completely void of excuses and is filled with inspiration, and also is going to go out there and create the kind of results that will change this planet for the better, and change your team for the better, change your community for the better, change your family for the better. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Now, I'll tell you, the reason that I'm going to share with you this course that we've never released before, this is a brand new course, no one has ever seen it. The reason that I'm sharing this with you is I've seen way too many people struggle with converting online leads to money, signups, and new ranks. So I will share Total Recruiting Mastery to help you completely solve this issue. But in the meantime, we got a lot of training to go through. So I hope that you're fired up. I hope you got your note hand ready. Hopefully you have kind of done some hand calisthenics so you are able to keep up and write all the notes that you're going to get tonight, and we're going to make it happen. Now, why are most people afraid? Why are most people terrified of the telephone? I'm going to tell you something that you just don't want to hear. I'm just going to tell you. But if I tell you, then you have a chance of making it better. So why are most people afraid of the phone? It's because they have a respect and a clinging to of self-image above impact. Most are more worried about how they look to others than they are about possibly making an impact on this planet. Most have a priority of self-image that is higher than probability. Okay? Probability. Okay? So you are so concerned with the probable rejection you're going to face that you just don't do it. You just don't do it. Now, as far as psychologically, one way that you can shift away from this is stop trying to close everyone that you talk to. Stop being hung up on, every person you talk to needs to get into your deal, and instead walk around town and see who's open. When you're picking up the phone to call a lead, when you're prospecting someone offline, when you're talking to a warm market friend or family member, even if you helped them move, even if you've been to their graduation, even if you just got them a nice birthday gift, who cares? Just see if they're open versus try to force them into your deal. You will turn off nobody, and you'll have a vibration of abundance that will increase your chances of getting more signups. Be like the waiter or waitress. This is an analogy that I've used a few different times, but if a waiter or waitress comes over to you and says, hey, would you like a slice of the homemade cherry pie? If you turn them down, they don't break into hysterics and start bawling or accuse you of being small-minded or tell you how great it is and you're an idiot, right? Be like that person. Be okay with someone telling you that they're not interested in your deal. It's okay. And so often we do these prospecting trainings, and people want to know how to close everyone they ever talk to. Well, one, that's not possible. And two, if you're trying to close everyone possible, that energy comes across, and people don't like to be around you. I'm just letting you know. I have a lot of friends that are in network marketing that my other friends never want to be around. And it's funny because they'll say things like, oh, is so-and-so going to be there? And people will literally skip parties if they know that there's a overly eager and aggressive network marketer going to be there. So you should never be that person. All you're doing is you're trying to see who's open versus trying to close them. Now, I want you to really, you don't have to, repeat after me or anything, strange, but say to yourself, I want to help others. The only way to help others is to offer them a way to get help. Not everyone will join, but no one will join that doesn't get asked. You have to understand that. There are people in your cell phone right now that would love an opportunity. They would love a chance to improve themselves. They would love to get around a better crowd of people. They would love to, improve their education, but they're not because you choose self-image over possibly impacting them. It's a big deal. Okay? So let's talk a little bit about fear. Fear, I can assure you 100%, on your deathbed, you won't remember those who rejected you, but you will remember the lives that you've helped change. how will you show up the rest of your life? What is that going to look like? How will you show up? Guys, you know, every single testimonial that we have ever generated came because we got in front of a person to make them an offer. You have to draw that conclusion. Those of you who are, you know, maybe you think that it's just greedy or selfish for you to make money, fine. Fine. Make an offer. If you want to donate the money, donate the money. Then you feel even better about it, right? But you need to understand no one's life changed until they're made an offer of something that can change their life. Before you offer someone the opportunity to work with you, to be in your team, to use educational tools or whatever, they have no shot of you making an impact on their lives. It's not just you talking to them, because that doesn't give someone a mechanism to change their life. You have to make an offer. You have to offer them something that will help them in their life. So you've got to always, instead of looking at probability, look at possibility. And there are people, you know, in my lives that have, you know, totally, we have people that have quit their jobs. We've had people that have taken their kids on vacation that have never been on a vacation before. We've had people that, you know, reached the top of their company. None of those people would have done any of those things had they not been giving the offer. You have to be offering what it is that you have more often, more frequently to more people, and you got to get over the whole addiction to the self-image. Guess what? When you're in massive action, you may not look good. When I was going out and getting lots and lots of no's at the very beginning of my career, I certainly didn't look good. But see, for me to create a life that is unlike most people, right? For me to do that, I had to go through those periods of not looking good. That's what's slowing you down, your addiction to your self-image. And I know not all of you, but many people, that is their struggle. So just curious, just kind of getting this whole party started, was that helpful? Was that helpful for me to talk to you guys like that and just shoot you straight, just tell you exactly how it is? I hope so. I really do. Now, the next part, when I'm talking about making money, it assumes you're wanting to lead with the opportunity. Now, am I saying that you should always lead with the opportunity? Absolutely not. In fact, it's more natural to lead with your product. Why? Well, people are natural. There's more people out there that are natural buyers than there are business opportunity seekers. Right? Now, I have definitely done my share of leading with the opportunity, but I would not shy away from ever bringing up the product. And in fact, there's something that, you know, I'm not really going to go into detail on here today, but if you're on here and your warm market is not too happy to see you coming to them, right? If they're kind of more of a not warm market but burnt market, then your only shot is to lead with product, because they're immune to your money message. So instead of leading with opportunity, if you're approaching your warm market that really has seen you promote 52 different things in the last 52 weeks, then instead of leading with the opportunity, you should go to them and say, hey, I'm doing this business. I don't think this business is a fit for you in any way, shape, or form, but I do think you might like the product. If you do that, you have a very good chance of that pitch being very different than what they're expecting from you and them actually checking it out. And once they check it out and go through a presentation, they may or may not, they may be interested in the opportunity. You don't know. But you won't know unless you offer. So this next part, it assumes you are leading with the opportunity. So here we go. 3 steps to make more money. Number 1, ask where they need help. Find out their pain. There's a lot of different ways to say this. Find out their pain, ask where they need help, what are they currently struggling with, and you'll hear some amazing things. You'll hear things like, you know, they need to come up with money to put grandma in a nursing home, right? You'll hear that they got to come up with money to pay for their daughter's wedding, right? You'll hear all kinds of things there. And what it does is it gives you the ammunition to position what it is that you have to help them accomplish it. So many people out there are pitching an opportunity or pitching a business, and they don't even know if they're solving a problem. They don't even know if the person has a problem. They have no idea why they would ever even be interested in. And that's the problem. If you're pitching, someone water who isn't thirsty, they're not going to drink. You have to find out, what are they thirsty for? Are they thirsty for education? Are they thirsty for community? Are they thirsty for coaching? Are they thirsty for to help bail somebody out, right? You don't know. What are they thirsty for? What are they hungry for? And they say that you can't make, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Well, you can if you salt their food, right? And what you do is you find out, what are the issues in their life? What are the problems? What are their desires? And you can position what it is that you have to offer as components to help them solve those problems or attain those desires. But you should always know, where is someone struggling? Do they hate their job? Do they hate their boss? Do they hate their lack of time freedom, right? You need to find those things out. Number two, this is a very powerful way to get people interested in joining your team. Now again, I mentioned that this is when you're mainly attracting like network marketers, right, or online marketers or business opportunity seekers. Not necessarily leading with your product, but you're more leading with business type information, okay? So, a lot of people, and I'm going to share with you how we're going to do a full-blown training, live training on how to make the transition to pitch your MLM. I'll share with you that here in a minute. But talk about your MLM team training. This is a very powerful tactic if you're paying attention to the training that your network marketing company or network marketing team provides. Pay attention to that and look for examples in your life when you're talking to a prospect of how you can bring that up. And if you're talking to somebody and they're saying, well, I really wish I was better at connecting with people. Oh my God, our team actually just did a training on connecting with people. It's really, really good. Well, let me ask you this. What is it about connecting that you feel you struggle with? Okay, so notice what I did. I said, oh my goodness, I totally have the answer to your problem. Tell me more about your problem. Now, a lot of times they will stop me and say, well, what do you mean your MLM, your network marketing team training? You're part of a team? How does that work? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm part of this team, and we do da-da-da-da-dee, da-da-da-da-da, and, I'd be more than happy to, tell you more about it. But getting back to your issue, why do you think you can't connect with people? Right? It's keeping the focus on them, letting them talk more, but you're dropping little seeds to get them interested in what it is that you have to offer. And if done properly with enough practice, and we actually show you how to do that in our training, but if you do that with enough practice, you'll get to a point where you're at a boiling point where they just have to know more. And that's putting you in a very powerful position. Now, if they are in a company, and let's assume that they're happy. Now, I'll tell you, I'm not a huge fan of attempting to flip people from one company to another. I'm not a big fan of that, right? Now, if someone tells me, let me close this real quick. Technology is having fun tonight. I think it's full moon too. But if they tell you that they're in a company and they're super duper happy with their company, to me that's like a happy marriage. I'm not like, hey, are you happy in your marriage? Well, want to date me, right? No, I don't like that. I don't think it's ethically right. I'm not a fan of it. But if they're telling you that they're leaving their company or they've already left your company, well then they're on the market and talk to them. But if they're in a company, and let's assume that they're happy, ask them this question, and hopefully you're going to write this down because I'm actually sharing with you the exact phrase that I used as one of two things that I did to make over $100,000 in MLSP my very first 12 months. So that question, this is to someone who is happy in their network marketing company. How are you doing with generating leads online? How are you doing with generating leads online? And I can tell you 9 out of 10 will tell me, oh, not very good, or oh, I wish I was doing better, or this or that, right? Now, I want to just point out something. Most people you talk to, regardless of how much training you go through and how much we teach you, right? Regardless of that, of how many courses you invest in, and I've invested in a lot of courses. Regardless of that, there's going to be more people that don't join your network marketing company than do. It's a fact, okay? However, That does not mean you can't monetize and make a profit from those that don't join your network marketing company. And here's one of the ways that we have, is just by asking this question. How are you doing with generate leads online? And 9 out of 10 say, oh, I wish I was doing better, or oh, I have no idea. And here's exactly what I do, is I tell them, if it's a positive response, I tell them, well, hey, check out this video, and it explains, what I do to generate leads online. You may actually like it. And notice how I'm positioning it. I'm positioning it as education. I'm not positioning it as an opportunity. There's a big distinction there. Okay? There's a big distinction. Now you can obviously, but I'm mainly positioning it as education. Why? Why? Very few people have resistance to education. Many people have resistance to opportunity. So if I position it as education of how it's taught me how to generate leads online, much less resistance. And it's a very high likelihood that they go and watch that video and then do a little $10 trial, which, by the way, that website right there, you can actually get people to sign up for a $10 trial that assigns them to you, and if they buy other things down the road, you get compensated, right? Obviously, you have to be an active MLSP member for that. If negative, hold your posture. So let me just recap. So someone that is happy in their company, you say, how are you doing with generating leads online? And they say, oh, no, not for me. The internet's for the birds. It's just a fad. I don't think people really use the internets at all, right? And if it's negative, and believe me, I've heard it all, right? As ridiculous as some of those things sound, I've heard everything. Hold your posture. So before I move forward, I got to explain what that means. What does hold your posture mean? First of all, what is posture? Posture is the belief in what you're doing without the requirement for external acceptance or approval. Okay? So what I am doing and what I believe in, I don't need my next door neighbor to believe in. I don't need my best friend to believe in. I don't need anyone to believe in. And it's just like, my belief in network marketing is as strong as the normal person's belief in electricity. If someone came to you and they said, hey, you know what, I don't think electricity is real. I think it's a scam. You would look at them like they were crazy. You would never in a million years question your sanity on whether electricity is real. You would just simply look at your lamp next to you and say, I think it's real, right? Your belief in electricity is my belief in network marketing. Same posture, literally. You could argue with me, network marketing, and just like some wackadoo might argue with you that electricity is fake. Okay. Posture is the belief in what you're doing without the need for external acceptance and approval, okay? And so that's holding your posture. So when someone's negative to me, if someone says, no, I'm not interested in that kind of stuff or whatever, I hold my posture. I don't have any kind of, oh man, really? Come on, I helped you move. Come on, remember when we did that bake sale, right? No, I'm not giving them any power. I'm not showing any slump of my shoulders. I'm not going to start eating ice cream or anything like that. I hold my posture and I hit them with this script right here. Do you know anyone? I say, okay, no problem. Just curious. Do you know anyone that would want to make some extra money if we showed them step by step how to do it? And I shut up. I just look at them, right? Or I'm on the phone and I just shut up. I don't say anything else. Notice the inflection. See, many of you have been studying scripts, but no one's been teaching you tonality. So you've been saying these crappy scripts with no tonality, and that's why they're not working. You need to use inflection. You need to use tonality. Do you know anyone that would want to make some extra money if we showed them step by step how to do it? Now, I would say about 20 to 50% of the people that you say this to will stop you in your tracks and say, well, wait a minute. Wait, I can make extra money and you guys show me step by step how to do it? What do you mean there? And at that point, you have your option of if they're not a part and happy of a network marketing company, then send them to your network marketing company deal. And if they are happy, then send them to the website that I shared earlier, getmlspmastery.com. right? Now, the rest of them, somewhere between 50 to 80%, will give you referrals. Imagine that. Imagine that. See, you're talking and connecting with people, but the problem is you're not fully utilizing every lead that you generate. And we're going to talk a little bit about lead generation, so make sure you stick around. But you're not fully utilizing. Fully utilizing would be you're asking every person that you connect with if they can connect you with more people, right? Very powerful, okay? Now, I'm just curious. I've shared with you 2 scripts so far and a little bit different way of thinking. Do you think that this can help you make more money? And we got lots more to go, but I'm just curious. Do you think that these strategies can help you make more money? I sure hope so. All right. Now, here's just to kind of prove the point here. Here's a friend of mine, Jonathan. You helped me push through some inner issues, lack of self-confidence, and help teach me what to say, how to think about my prospects, how to position myself so I can take my recruiting, sponsoring, and selling to a whole new level. Sponsored over 100 reps now and sold over $747,000 in retail products just through his network marketing company. Congratulations, Jonathan. Pretty awesome. Now, here's the big question. When do I pitch my MLM? I just, I really liked that image, as I was Googling around and found that under eager. And too often, you guys are too damn eager. You're too eager to pitch your MLM. And that comes across. It comes across as desperation. And that's why you don't feel good at the end of the day. And after you prospect 4 people, you need to take you need to hose off or take a shower or something because you no longer feel good about yourself, right? Because you were so eager, so desperate, right? Don't be that way. Slow her down. Here is the frame. Generate a lead. Connect with a lead. Determine the need. If you just get that, if that's all you get, right? If you just get that, generate a lead, connect with a lead, determine the need, your life will change as a marketer. It absolutely will. If you follow that, there won't be any dead bodies in your wake. There won't be any dead relationships or people you totally turn off or people that talk smack about you because they think that you're so eager and desperate, right? You don't have to. You don't have to do that. Okay, I shared with you the little tip about talking about your team training. That's one thing. Another thing is stories. If I'm talking to a teacher and I wanted to build a network marketing business, and I'm no longer actively building a network marketing business, just in case you're curious. How it works is if I'm talking to a teacher, I'm gonna say, "Oh my God, you're a teacher? Man, that's so cool. We actually have a teacher in our team that just made her first $1,000 part-time, and she's so excited and fired up. Super cool. What do you teach?" Now notice what I just did. I threw out a little seed of information and then rolled it back to the prospect and hit him with a question before it could look too obvious that I was pitching them. Okay? Did you guys catch that? Did you catch how smooth that was? Very smooth and very easy. And guess what? If I'm the one asking the questions, then that puts me into power. That puts me in power. I'm powerful when I position it that way. Okay? So no dead bodies or relationships. So don't be afraid to talk about your product. This is something that, if you're talking to someone and they're in another network marketing company, but they express some kind of concern or problem or they have some kind of desire and your product solves it, then bring it up. Say, "Hey, I know you're already happy in your opportunity, which is fantastic. Congratulations for you. But hey, you know what? I have a lot of other network marketers that order our product, and here's why." Don't be afraid to talk about that. Now, there's been a shift recently, and I would say a good shift, but there's been a shift recently where with the company that was attacked last year by the FTC, there's been a shift in the network marketing space to move and reward you more for bringing on customers. So believe me when I say that your company is not going to have any issue with you selling products or you bringing in customers. And in fact, they're probably if it's not already, there probably will be mandates inside your company to dictate that you bring in a certain percentage of customers just so they protect their butts, because none of them want to fight with the FTC, believe me. Okay, so don't be afraid to talk about products. And I already gave you one example of where you should lead with product, and that is with your burnt market, because your burnt market is so over your make money pitch, they're just not listening. Okay, so you could literally go to your burnt market, those in your warm market that have seen you pitch of 50,000 different things. You could go to your burnt market and say, hey, if you hand me a $10 bill, I'll hand you a $20 bill immediately. And they would say, no thanks, it's not for me. And you're like, well, wait a minute, what do you mean? I mean, you hand me a 10, I'll hand you 20. No, thank you, thanks though. Good luck to you though, I'm sure it'll work, right? That's how many people's warm market is they're so burnt, they just don't want to hear your money message. So don't be afraid to talk about product. Focus on their need, not your quota. No one gives a crap about your sales quota. No one gives a crap about how many people you need to get to the next rank. Nobody. Focus on their need. Ask them the questions to determine if they need what you have, whether it's opportunity, product, or service. Focus on what they need. And if you do this, if you focus on their need, you're gonna meet your quota. Believe me. Now, I'll tell you, there's been a lot of people that have joined our team over the years, or bought products, or bought educational stuff, or whatever, or became clients even. Many sales we didn't get on the first call, but you know what? We didn't just bulldog them. We didn't pit bull them into either buy or die, right? So we treat people with respect. We make a connection. If they're ready and their need suggest that, then yeah, we'll bring up our network marketing company when we're still actively building at least, or we'll bring up what we have to offer. But if not, if there is no fit, that's okay, and we leave them someone that we have a nice connection with that isn't turned off or feeling like we're jerks or aggressive or something like that. Don't be weird. Maintain that connection. It's okay when you get on with somebody and they don't buy. It's okay. And you need to make it okay, or you're just going to come across as very strange. Now, I will tell you that I literally could go a full hour talking about, quote unquote, the transition. So a little bit later here tonight, I'm going to share with you how we're going to hold a special live webinar that does talk about the transition. And here's something we recently got. I thought it was really cool. Corrine was one of our coaching clients, and she had been working in her network marketing company trying to hit the next rank for 2 years. We showed her a couple things to do. She implemented like crazy. Not only did she hit that next rank, but she hit the rank after. And then a few months, I hadn't even heard from her. She sent us this nice little card with a picture of her on stage accepting her award and stuff. It was just super, super cool. We're real, real proud of you, Corrine. Now, the perfect person attraction formula. Very, very powerful, and any of you could be doing this. Who do you want to attract? What problems do they face? That's it. That's what you want to look at, not what works, not someone anything other than this, right? I see people that they hear of a strategy and they're trying to make it work and whatever. Okay, instead of that, who do you want to attract and what problems do they face? And then shoot Facebook Live, Periscopes, videos, blogs, sharing what you learn around those problems. Now, if you're trying to attract network marketers, share some of your notes from this training. We've been training network marketers for quite a few years, so we've worked in a lot of training into this presentation. You could literally be taking your notes and tomorrow do a Facebook Live sharing those notes. Guess what? You'll attract network marketers. Health and wellness, share tips from the latest health magazines. Go through the grocery store checkout line and look to your left and right. There's health and wellness mags all around you. Share some different tips from the latest Dr. Oz program or health magazines, or the latest seminar that was put on by your fresh market in your area, or Whole Foods, right? ILT, and many of you have heard me talk about this. Many of you have some of our other marketing courses like 3-Minute Expert, etc. Invest, learn, teach. That's where you invest your time and possibly money to learn something, and then you teach it. Become a content creator, not just a consumer. Don't just go to social media to consume news. Go create some. create some content to start driving people to want to hear from you. And so many people out there, they're looking for, Ray, how do I get more followers? Well, first, be worthy of following, right? Would you want to follow you? Well, if you're just posting, your latest score on, whatever, I can't even think of a game of war, or some kind of Scrabble or something like that, or I'm not thinking of the what's the Candy Crush, right? If you're just sharing your latest score on Candy Crush, you're not really worthy of following. Be someone worthy of following. Share notes, share things that you're learning, and guess what? You don't have to be super guru. You don't have to have an impressive resume to start shooting videos. I started shooting videos when I was in foreclosure, dead broke, being chased by bill collectors, had failed in 11 different network marketing companies, but guess what? It is that content that helped us build our brand to now we attract over 5,000 leads every single month, and we've built our business through that free content. You can too. And this is one of my good friends here, John. I'm happy to report that I've been using your techniques for sponsoring. My business has tripled since then. I shifted the focus off of me. Notice that? Notice what he did? I shifted the focus off of his quota, off of what he wanted, and now probe into the wants, needs, desires, and challenges of my prospect, which helps me build instant rapport. Plus, I'm just way more comfortable and relaxed, which makes it a fun business now. Would you like for it to be a fun business? Wouldn't that be cool? If you were just back to being fun, wouldn't that be neat? Well, it can be. Here's how you grow your MLM by never talking about it. Like you're an undercover agent, right? Here's how you do it. Here's how we did it, and it's how it's worked for us. So posting your network marketing company name on social media hurts you in two ways. One, you look like a pitch person, okay? So, just if I'm constantly saying, hey, come on down to Ray's yogurt shop, where we got the best yogurt ever, right? If I'm constantly posting whatever I'm selling, which by the way, no one goes to social media to buy anything. They go to consume information. They go to learn what Sally is up to. They go to learn what is my, the political pundits talking about today, right? They go for education and information. They don't go to buy stuff, okay? If I wanted to buy, some kind of business or service or product, I might go to eBay. I might even go to Google and Google it. I'm not going to go to social media. That's not where I go to buy things, okay? So posting your network marketing company in there just makes you look like a pitch person. Now, the second place that it hurts you is, let's say, in the mere chance that there's someone connected to you on social media that actually is interested in a product, service, or opportunity that you represent. Well, I assure you, before they reach out to you, they're going to Google it. They're going to Google it. And what will they find? Pray tell. They're going to find people talking negative about it. Most companies are very protective over their, logo and their slogan and the name of their company, and they're protective to the reps inside their company that love it, which makes it very easy for someone to bash a company who's not in it and it rank in Google very quickly. It's crazy. Like, these companies could literally eradicate all negative talk about their company by simply allowing the reps to talk good about it, but they don't. Most of their compliance, companies, they want to really protect the brand from anyone inside the company that already loves it. Fun, right? Not really. Well, the problem is when someone that was possibly interested in your product, service, or opportunity, when they Google it, they're going to find someone somewhere calling it a scam, calling it a pyramid, how they lost their life savings, how they worship Satan, all kinds of different things, okay? So it doesn't help you at all when you post your network marketing company name. You want to learn in marketing how to raise more curiosity than resistance. How do you raise curiosity? Okay, so it's by you talking about either the benefits or the different things going on in the community without naming the company. That's what's key. So let you personally be the one to fill them in on what company you're in. And it's funny, in our last company, so we were, 2 companies ago, we were the #1 income earner in that company. And then our last company, we were multiple 6-figure earners in. And it's funny because at one point, there were over 1,100 people searching a month for what MLM is Ray Higdon in. That's pretty funny, right? Because I didn't talk about it. I didn't talk about it on my social media, didn't talk about it on my blog. I didn't have it, all over. I didn't wear a big floppy hat or a big badge or anything like that. But I put out content to attract people to me, and I raised more curiosity than resistance. You can do that too. Now, here are the 2 steps, and I hope you're enjoying some of my different images. I really wanted to pull out the premium ones for you, all right? Make it rain. My 2 steps to $100,000 in 12 months in MLSP. And one, and it's not on this slide, but it should go without saying, but I should probably say it. Massive prospecting. Massive. I mean, I read a book called Go for No. Many of you probably have heard of that, or maybe you've read it as well. But I read a book called Go for No. And I decided that I was going to go for 20 no's a day every single day. And I did. I did that for 6 months. And, I went from foreclosure, dead broke, to month 5, I was at $10,000 a month. Month 7, I was at $40,000 a month. Month 10, I was at $50,000 a month. Now, the interesting thing about those numbers is those were the numbers of my network marketing company commissions. But if you want to hear something interesting, I believe on that 10th month was a $30,000 month inside my Lead System Pro. So think about that. And the majority, I didn't pitch MLSP to my team, like I didn't hit my team hardcore with MLSP. The majority of people that joined MLSP were the people that didn't join my network marketing company. And that was by me asking them, how are you doing with generating leads online? And if they said, oh, I'm not doing very good, or I wish I was doing better, I would send them to that video that I shared with you earlier, send them to that video. Many of them watched the video and joined at the $10 trial and then ended up upgrading later. Very simple, very hard work. I don't know why hard work is such a bad idea nowadays. Everyone wants easy and automagic and all that stuff. Hey, I wanted to get out of my situation. I was sick of being in foreclosure. I was sick of being dead broke. I wanted to make it happen. And so I was willing to do that hard work. I don't know if you are, right? And then also PS lines on my blog posts. So I started blogging in late 2009, started putting out little posts, little 3-4 minute videos, and at the bottom of every blog post, I would have a little PS line, right? And I would have something like, this online system helps me generate leads. Click here unless you already have too many leads. That also got me lots of affiliate income dollars from people seeing that, clicking on it, and buying stuff through that link. Very, very cool. All right. So I'm just curious. Have you gotten value so far? And I'm not a technical wizard, but I don't see your actual responses, so I don't know if I should be or not. But I hope that you have so far. We still got a lot of good stuff to share with you, but I hope you've gotten value so far. And the reality is, I've shared a lot of awesome tips that you definitely. Come on. You got to be able to use some of these tips to make more money, to convert more of your prospects into your MLM, to convert more of your no's into money. And, if you need to. But the truth is, if you really want to alter the way that you show up to prospects, you need to listen or watch recruiting training on a regular basis so that you really own it. And before we get to Q&A, which I'm going to open up here shortly, I wanted to share with you something special we put together for you for the very first time ever. And that is the course that I talked about earlier today, and that is Total Recruiting Mastery. This is a brand new course. Nobody has ever gone through it. It is brand new, but it teaches you how to make money on virtually every single prospecting call that you make. There are 19 lessons in this Total Recruiting Mastery. How to be more consistent, getting over your fear of rejection, why I prefer the phone, how to follow up and close leads, how to close leads with no phone numbers. Do you ever generate leads that just have an email address? I share with you step by step exactly how to get those leads on the phone and close them even though you don't even have their phone number. It's a pretty cool trick. We've been doing it for years. How to close specific My Lead System Pro leads. Now, maybe you're watching this and you're not a member of My Lead System Pro. Got it. That's okay. You might skip that particular session, but anyone inside MLSP, you definitely want that session, and you want to go through it many, many times because it's going to show you step by step how we've done it. How to close company-specific leads. So maybe you have a company capture page that is all about your company or your product. Well, how do you close them? We share with you exactly what we did. My very best closing strategies. Everything you can possibly imagine around overcoming objections. We have so many different objections in that one session. It's going to blow your mind. How to attract the right people to you, what to do and not to do on social media. My favorite way to generate leads quickly, offline strategies to close more reps and signups, and a whole lot more. Now, this course right here has a retail value of $497. I'm actually going to share with you a way to get it for much less, actually. And we put all 19 videos on MP3. I know that some people like to listen while they're on the go or in the gym or driving down the street. You can watch them. I would suggest watching the videos, and probably at first at least, but then you can listen to them daily. And I would highly suggest many of these are designed for you to listen to over and over and over. But we did add them all on MP3, and we gave it the MP3 version of retail value of $97. I also have a couple bonuses for you before we get to Q&A. Prospecting Power Up. This is something that we created a few years ago that has really helped some people out. Do you ever get fearful and afraid before you call somebody? Do you ever feel that nervousness or the butterflies in your stomach, or you ever look at your phone and it seems like it's 852 pounds? Well, listen to this audio, then pick up the phone. You will be shocked at how much more powerful you come across on the phone and how much better you feel. That's a retail value of $29. We also have one of my early trainings, Maintaining Your Power. This is a speech that I gave in Philadelphia that I had some network marketing legends come up to me and say it was the best training they'd ever seen, and we happened to capture it on audio. But I share with you all kinds of different things as far as personal triggers, how to make the switch so that you really go from struggle to on the path to becoming a top earner. And it's really, really powerful. Retail value of $67. And so, the different things that we have for you today: Total Recruiting Mastery on MP3, that one bonus on the Prospecting Power Up, the Maintaining Your Power. That's a total value of $690. And the truth is, I know you might be struggling with getting prospects to talk to, or turning those prospects into signups, or getting big commission checks, or maybe you're even feeling overwhelmed. Anyone ever feel that way? You ever feel confused or overwhelmed or anxious, or just not sure where next to go? Well, very soon you'll be attracting daily prospects like clockwork, growing your downline. You'll have complete clarity on what it takes to create a successful network marketing empire, which we have done, and you'll be able to cut through all the noise and start getting results right now. This is designed for you to get fast results. You do have to go through and obviously consume the course, but it is designed for you to get fast results and just get there quicker. We want to make this very special for you, so I do have one more bonus here, Cold Market Recruiting. This is a session from a course that we do called Top Earner Success School, and it teaches you discover how to not only approach total strangers, but how to recruit them into your downline, what to say to get complete strangers to ask you about your opportunity, how to remove your attachment to the outcome so you can track more signups without feeling desperate. That's a retail value of $77. And so just to recap here, all the different things that we're talking about, $767 worth of value for you. And I'm just curious, if all this did for you was show you how to recruit 2 more reps a week, would it be worth it? I hope so, right? Would it be worth, almost $800 for you to just feel more confident seeing total strangers open up to your business opportunity? And would it be worth it to show you how to craft a vision so powerful that you become absolutely unstoppable and you become more consistent in your life? You show up bigger, not just in your business life, but in your family and personal life as well. Would that be worth it? I think it would be. Okay. I do have one more bonus here on closing. Learn the #1 skill to making more money in your network marketing company, how to close more reps in your downline with ease and speed without being cheesy or gimmicky or weird. How to recruit even people that are doubters, cynics, or skeptics into your downline by not pursuing them. It's a little strange, but we do cover it in there. That's a retail value of $77. And just a quick recap, and then we'll get into the Q&A. $844. But tonight it's not $844. It's not $420. It's not even $297. You can get everything that I talked about here today for not $844, but for 2 payments of $117, or you can save $37 and get it for $197. That's at totalrecruitingmastery.com. totalrecruitingmastery.com. In the very beginning, Brian mentioned Lisa Torres, one of our coaching clients, and she says, since working directly with Ray over the past 4 months, my online prospecting skills that I learned from his teachings have dramatically increased. He played a huge role in my ability to sponsor more distributors, customers, and clients into my business than ever before, which allowed me to increase my income to over $80,000 just the first quarter of 2016 alone. Guys, this isn't a 20-year-old testimonial. This is she sent me this today. He has inspired me to step up my game by 11x. Now imagine 11x, not 10x. We don't even go there anymore. Who even remembers 10x, right? 11x, but also for my existing and future team members and clients. Pretty awesome. Lisa is an absolute rock star. And I just want to let you know this is a limited time offer. To get this price with all the bonuses, go to totalrecruitingmastery.com, and then here shortly we'll get to the Q&A. But quick question. Quick question. I had to run this by Brian, before I even brought this up. But what if I made it even sweeter? Would that be okay? Would it be okay if I made it a little sweeter? Well, there was a course years ago, long ago in galaxy far away, that forever changed the way people recruited online. I had people tell me this. They're like, oh my God, I went through this and it totally changed my life. It taught advanced closing strategies that had never been taught in the network marketing space. It was the very first course I ever created. Well, those that get this course tonight, this brand new course, will also get that course. This is a 2-for-1 special for you tonight, something that MLSP in the history of 8 years, they have never done. They've never offered this before, ever. But you get a mega bonus, my master sponsoring series, and we have had thousands of people purchase and go through that course on its own. It's a mega bonus to this course. This is the course that started my professional training career. It's a full-blown course on closing. And here's what's inside. Module 1, the $1 million questions master recruiters use in every single conversation that guarantees you get results. How to use more questions to build your success. How to train yourself to think like a leader. Module number 2, I go deep into daily routine, universal objection handling, money acceptance immersion, which is something that more people need. I talk about affirmations, mirroring, matching, pacing, leading, basics of mass persuasion, sponsoring leverage tricks, which is really, really good stuff. Module number 4, prospecting in a way so you start sponsoring people very, very quickly. How to flip them. If you're being pitched, there are 3 little things that you can say that can possibly help you do that. The power of the test close and how to build your empire. This course has a retail value of $297. So just a quick recap here. Here's all the different things, $1,100 worth of bonuses, but you know what? Let's add 2 more. Now, this one, I do want to give you a warning. This one and the next one are tonight only. All right, so don't be mad at me. These are tonight only. So, Ray, do I get all the bonuses, all the other bonuses besides these 2 if I buy tomorrow? The answer is yes. If you buy tonight, you also get this. Now, this is a live Q&A webinar. All of your questions around pitching, transitioning, and bringing people into your network marketing business. You'll also get the recording. I assure you, this will mean and translate to thousands of dollars to you. This is live. This is me and you live, getting on a Q&A. Hit me with any question that you have, objections, questions, whatever it is that you want to do. That's a retail value of $297. Then, wait till you see this thing. Mega bonus number 3, and this is tonight only as well. This is my micro coaching cash machine. How to add $400 to $6,500 a month extra by running micro coaching sessions. I am unaware of any trainer who has ever taught this in the history of network marketing. I'm unaware. I've never seen it taught. I've never seen anyone talk about this space. I'm going to show you how, without a huge resume, without being a total rock star, without being an L123 LMNOP, right? Without being any of those things, how to tap into the needs of what you know and how to implement this very simple, so simple strategy to bring in extra money to you and your family and your household. That is also a live training webinar. That is also tonight only. Now, I assure you, if you just, let me put it to you straight. If you took all of those other bonuses and you just ignored them and you just got this, it would be worth the investment times 10. No one has ever taught this. I've never seen it. I've been through a lot of courses. I've been through a lot of events. Never seen anyone teach it. If you sat through all of those other bonuses and you were like, oh my God, these were good, but I don't know, this is the one, and it's tonight only. So just a quick recap. Total Recruiting Mastery, all 19 lessons on MP3. You get the prospecting power up on audio, maintaining your power, cold market recruiting, closing strategies, the entire course. This is the buy one, get one night. You got on the right night if this is your first night with us. Master Sponsoring Series, a $297 value. The mega bonus number 2, that's the exactly every question you possibly can muster at me around transitioning to pitching your network marketing company. The Micro Coach Cash Machine live webinar that will never, it's never been offered, and it is tonight only. All of those things, over $1,700 worth of value, and you can get it not for $1,700, not for $1,000, not for $700, not even for $297. You can get it for 2 payments of $117, or if you want to save a couple bucks, you can get the, pay in full at $197. Okay, that's at totalrecruitingmastery.com. That's totalrecruitingmastery.com. Here's my man Steve Krivda. You guys may be aware of him. He runs a lot of the wake-up calls. After struggling for years in our industry, I finally decided to seek out help from Ray Higdon. It was the best decision I've made to date. Ray Higdon has been the key element to the growth I've had in MLSP, my primary business, and my coaching business. And I'll tell you, I'm really proud and I'm honored that Steve would say this. The truth is, we just showed him a couple things and he did them, right? I didn't go and do the push-ups for Steve. Steve did the push-ups. So I'm just, I'm proud to call Steve, not just a client and a someone that he's a friend, right? We're very close with the Krivdas, and we really, really appreciate his family and what he's done. He's a model dad, a model family member, and someone that I definitely, if I were you, I would try to model after myself, right? Because he is just absolutely amazing. So you've got a couple choices. You can invest in yourself, your business, and your success and get started right away. 3 weeks from now, or maybe even less, and I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to say for some of you, it may even be less than 3 weeks from now. You'll be getting more prospects, cashing bigger commission checks, and building a business you've always wanted. Or, of course, you can wake up tomorrow morning and keep doing the same things you've been doing, getting the same results. It's up to you, right? But every single thing that I talked about here tonight, you can get over $1,700 worth of value. You can get for $197 or 2 payments of $117 at totalrecruitingmastery.com. And my hope for you, my goal for you is that you go out there and crush it. I know with all of the bonuses and the buy one, get one courses tonight, I know that you could crush it. Totalrecruitingmastery.com. Deeply appreciate you guys. And you know what? Here's a reality. Whether you decide to invest in yourself or not, I hope you got value from this. I hope you at least got a couple tips. If you're just unable to come up with $117, if you're just unable to, I hope you got value from it. I hope you got a handful of notes and you're able to apply them into your business and make it happen. But appreciate you guys so very much. I don't know, JP, can Brian hear me? Is Brian is he?
Yo.
Oh man, big dog.
Yeah, dude. I had to go restart everything. It was our servers, guys. My mistake, dude. Blown away. My goodness. Obviously. when we were talking and we were discussing what you were going to throw together, hearing you say it out loud is for me was like, dude.
It's intense. This is the kitchen sink close. I mean, other than giving you a few months with baby Sabrina, I'm not sure what else I could possibly give to anybody to persuade them to invest in themselves. So this is the kitchen sink, right? We've thrown everything we possibly can to make an impact on people and help them get to the next level.
Blown away. Blown away. And guys, even if you didn't take the offer, which you'd be crazy not to, just to get those bonus, how much value, just like wind up Hidgon and let him talk about producing profits and getting results in your business in just the last hour from a value standpoint. Dude, I got like 3 pages of notes here. You weren't kidding about those calisthenics, boy. I should have done a little bit more, hopped in the hot tub or something before, but that was awesome. Well, where do we go from here? Guys, just to recap, those live bonuses at midnight tonight Eastern are off the table. That was something we kind of wanted to just keep tight for this webinar. A lot of people buying already. Congratulations, everyone. There's a lot of excitement in the chat. This is very cool. If you guys have questions, Ray, do you see the question box as a moderator? Are you able to see that? It's up. It will be.
I'm like worried to touch anything because I've broken this thing so many times. So do I? All right, let me just hit this, and then I'm going to try to go over here. Okay, I just caused a time warp paradigm.
Yeah, go.
Stop.
First, click on the screen share on the green button to the left, and then you'll see the Q&A, which will probably get blown up here. Yeah, that's whatever you just did. That's good, and then you know where the Q&A box is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool. Man, dude, seriously though, before again, just gratitude. That was you weren't kidding, man. You said you were gonna bring your A game and rock some faces tonight, and you you did it, dude. And you weren't kidding about that kitchen sink, boy. That's just about everything, And what's cool about that, guys, just so you know, that sponsoring the master sponsoring series.
How many of those have we sold? Do you know?
Oh,
like the master, like over the years. That was the first course I ever created, and I know we've sold thousands and thousands of that course.
Yeah, man.
But that's just it's now a buy one get one.
That was our only prospecting course for some years, guys. And yeah, Ray's not kidding when he said that changed some lives. And what's actually really special about that, Ray, just so you know, like you said, he's a super generic network marketing trainer now. Now he sells like $50,000 coaching packages. But in that course, you're seeing a real live hungry Higdon recruit in a network, like legitimately what he was doing at the time he was doing it to create the results from ground zero. It's like a very, very unique course, man, and it is exactly what you did. For people who they look at Ray, it's impossible to climb a $4 million a year mountain right now, right? That's what his business is like. That right there is like while he was just getting started and building, the first multi-six-figure residual network marketing business, like in the grassroots, in the thing. And that alone, guys, is, that's cool. That is a damn cool bonus right there.
Yeah.
So very, very cool. You threw that in there for the group here.
Yeah, for sure. I see lots of people saying that they're excited to get in there.
Yes.
Let me see, and I hope you got good. Should I be clicking something else because I see chat? Is that what I should be seeing?
There's a big lit up cute right next to the chat up at the top right. There's a question mark box and it should be lit up.
Got it.
Guys, you got Ray.
Okay.
For the next couple of minutes here. Feel free.
I'm just going to read the question. So, master sponsoring series expires tonight, or is it included if I get the course tomorrow morning? The master sponsoring series is included tomorrow. The two that's not is the 2 live webinars that we're doing. We want to do those special and really reward. We're always looking to create scenarios where we reward people that take action. So it'll be the same price tomorrow, just minus those 2 bonuses. Good question. Okay. All right. Okay. When building your brand, would you? Okay. So looks like Rachel is asking, when building your brand, would you advise going product side, like health expert, or go entrepreneurial side? We get that. I get that question a lot because we've trained a lot of bloggers, and we have a lot of content creators in our space that we coach. And so the answer is you should go with whatever you feel more passionate about and you feel you can talk about on a more consistent basis. Now, let me assure you, either work, right? So we have people that they position themselves as health and wellness experts, and we have people that position themselves as network marketing experts. So, either works. It's which one do you feel better about being consistent with, and whatever that answer is, then go do that. Now, two questions that people usually have around that is one, well, should I just create 2 blogs, right? Or should I create 2 channels? And I'll tell you, that's difficult. I mean, I'm a content freak of nature. I've done over 1,800 blog posts in the last 6 years. I've done 700 podcasts. I've done 250 periscopes, right? I can't maintain 2 different blogs. I'm just letting you know. I'm unable to do it. So if you are, then you're even more superhuman, right? So that's amazing. That's a common question. My suggestion there is do one, whichever one you're more powerfully pumped up about and you can talk more consistently about. Do that one, okay? Get it super successful, and then you'll probably realize that you can just stick with that one. The other question we get around that is, well, can I sometimes talk about health and then sometimes talk about making money? Not really, not as main topics, but what you could do is you can have like minor topics. So don't have a marketing channel like a Facebook page or a blog or something like that, or a website that one day you're talking about the ORAC score of Tibetan strawberries and the next day you're talking about Craigslist millions, right? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't adhere to you ever building an audience. But what you could do is in your talking about strawberries, blueberries, and whatever else is health related or product related, whatever, you can always say, hey, if you liked these tips on how to make the best organic acai bowl, then and you really dig health, if you ever want to make money in the health field, reach out to me and I'll share more. See, it becomes like a subtitle versus the main content. And that's just some suggestions for you. Haha. So Diana is asking, how do you know what to charge for small coaching projects, as mentioned in today's wake-up call? So we'll dive really deep in on the live webinar, but I'll bite. I'll give you an answer. Dan Kennedy says you should ask for whatever you can ask for with a straight face. And it's something that I can assure you, all of us coaches, we all start too low, but that's okay. I mean, I remember like a few months ago, I found a PayPal link on my website for $50 an hour. I swear to God, Brian. And I was like, whoa, we need to delete that thing. I mean, we now get $2,000 an hour, right? Which is ridiculous. We don't really look to charge by the hour or something like that, but we have had people pay that, and people that just want specific slices of time. We don't really like to do it that way, but that's what we'll charge, and that's what we've been able to get. So I can tell you that most coaches start too low, but you should ask for whatever you can ask for with a straight face. And some people may hear that and think, oh, that sounds underhanded or something like that. What it's really saying is, what do you feel good about? What do you feel confident about? And Brian, brought up the fact that we sell $50,000 coaching. Well, I can tell you, the first time I asked for that, I was a little nervous. I quite frankly didn't think that they would pay it. And when they did, and then they renewed, and then they renewed again, and then they renewed again for 3 years straight, I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's worth it, right? So it's all about what value you bring to the person, and we'll get into we're going to cover a whole spectrum of, if you're doing this, here's my suggestion. If you're doing this, here's my suggestion. I won't go full hardcore on that tonight, but we will on that live webinar.
Real quick, I just want to, guys, that bonus. I'm pumped to hear Ray rap about this one. I mean, this is, when we talk about making money quickly, you don't understand, and Ray's going to hit you hard in this because he doesn't, pull any punches, and that's, tough love, and that's why I dig this his style. But guys, the value you have right now inside of MLSP, he's going to teach you how to turn what you think isn't even valuable. It's going to blow your mind in ways to maybe it is $50 an hour, maybe even less, depending on where you're at.
Sure.
I love Kennedy's response. Mine to you, Diane, I know we had a conversation, was charge something that makes you uncomfortable. If you're like, it's no big deal, just stretch. As long as you're growing, you're going to keep getting better. And I'm telling you guys, with Ray, I mean, he's got an ability to help to create money, and he's going to show you how to package some of the value and knowledge that you may not, it might be a blind spot, and that may be the catalyst to helping you carve a little bit more time in your day, get out of your job, and start building your business full time. Because it doesn't take, I mean, if you do the math, it doesn't take too many coaching clients paying you a little bit of money to probably replace what you're doing. And guys, I'm telling you, Ray, as you can see tonight, has come up with, he knows how to create offers, and I'm very excited about that. Micro Coach, I love the name too, Micro Coach Cash Machine, because everyone on this line wants to be a coach. Mostly, they just don't know where to start.
And I think, I mean, I can't verify this, but I mean, I don't know anyone in our space that's created more coaches, like by specifically helping them structure their coaching packages. But we've just had so many people that we've showed exactly how to structure their coaching, what to watch out for too. Because sometimes, and I'll give you one more tip here around coaching, is when you're starting, you never, ever, ever want to offer long-term in the beginning. So sometimes people will see us offer like a 12-month, program, and so they go out and they're like, all right, I'm going to do 12 months. Well, you may get 1 month in and say, oh my God, this is terrible. This is the worst thing ever. We offer it because we've offered a million things before, and we know how to run our stuff. Like we just know. I mean, we got a lot of people. We have now, I think we have like 95 people in our mastermind, but we know how to handle that. And we have supporting staff, and we have teammates, and we have structure, and we have, walkthrough videos. We have all kinds of stuff, right? You don't want to start by offering something too long-term, because you may realize that you don't like it. And not everyone is cut out for coaching. So we'll show you how to profitably find that out. Jolene, looks like, is asking, I watched another webinar recently about cold market and purchased the training for that. This training is by far a total value. Is it possible to upgrade to this training and pay the difference? So you're going to see, like, in your career of looking at education and looking at training, you're going to see lots of offers that may be similar, that may this. And hell, I mean, there's been things that I've bought where I owned 3 of the things already, but that 4th thing was like, oh my God, that's so amazing, I have to have it. And that's just kind of the deal. It's something that I would encourage you to look at any one snippet of this and ask yourself, is any one snippet worth $197? And if you're unsure, then then maybe hold off on it. But if you see one snippet on here that's worth the $197, then I would encourage that you check it out. Cool, awesome. I love hearing that. Delmar, he says, or I don't know if that's Delmar. There's no picture there. But Delmar says, not really a question. I just want to say that I've gotten so much value out of this webinar. Thank you so much. Awesome. One of the keys that we teach our trainers is you want people to get value whether they buy or not. So I can't stand, doing a webinar and it's just a straight pitch. Now, clearly, let's be honest, I spent some time on that pitch to come up with something great. But we also spent a ton of time training you on stuff, so that whether you bought or not, you would walk away saying, hey, I got some good value out of that. So, but I appreciate you saying that, Delmar. Okay, so what would you suggest if a prospect is pitching you with their opportunity? How can I bring that situation around to my advantage? So there's a full section in Master Sponsoring Series that we cover. I think it's in module, I want to say either 3 or 4 that we go really in depth. But I'll give you just just one thing here, and that is when someone pitches you, right, you just want to focus on how green your grass is, right? And you want to focus on how great your community is. Say, oh, you know what, I really appreciate that, but oh my God, I'm being so led and trained and coached on how to do this and this and this and this and this and this, and I just so love where I am, and they take such good care of me, and it's such an amazing community. In fact, the other day, my friend made his first $1,000. In fact, this teacher over here just did this, and this person over here. Utilize examples of how amazing your community is, and I'll tell you, a lot of times they'll say, well, tell me more. All right. Now, I'm not one to push for, if someone's in another network marketing company, let's flip them, right? I'm not a big fan of that, but sometimes people will at least buy your product, and sometimes people will, when they hear about your community of training, I've had a lot of network marketers that were kind of secretly in my team just for like the training. Now, just to be very clear, I'm no longer actively building a network marketing company, so that I'm not being weird or anything, but just talk about how green your grass is when someone pitches you. That's one strategy that you can do that might help you out there. But I'll tell you what's terrible is tit for tat, right? Is, hey, I'll watch yours if you watch mine. Not a good strategy. Because it already lessens you. It paints you in a weaker position if you're the one to offer the whole I'll do this if you do that kind of thing. So don't do that. Don't do the whole I'll attend your event if you attend my event, or I'll watch your video if you watch my video. You're just painting yourself in a weak position. Be of alpha position, and you're not interested in looking at their deal because your thing is so freaking amazing. So that's kind of the posture that I would suggest. Okay. Tammy, feel free to reach out to me separately. You got kind of a private question there. Teresa. Okay. That same kind of question. Okay, so someone's asking, you mentioned sending people to MLSP link. What if the person isn't in network marketing, maybe a real estate agent? Do you still send them to the link? It's only if you position it correctly. You can, but you better position it. Like, you better bring up the fact that, hey, this company teaches mainly network marketers, but it would work for your niche too. See, if you just blindly say, oh my God, you should totally check this thing out, well, the first time they hear network marketing, they're going to say, oh, this thing's for network marketing. But if you give them, the deal, say, hey, now listen, this mainly teaches network marketing, but it actually would totally apply to you, then it's fine. They still may not. Or the other thing is, you could do the whole micro cash, micro coaching cash machine, right? And you could say, hey, I actually help real estate agents with getting more listings and marketing on the internet. If you'd like more information, I'd be happy to share it with you. All right, and we'll talk more about that on the webinar, obviously. So Gavin's asking, when prospecting, how many exposures or conversations do you need to have before you tell them about your MLM? It just depends. If you remember, I said you generate a lead, you connect with the lead, you determine the need. So often that's in the first conversation, not always. What is wrong is to have some kind of predetermined number of required conversations. That's not a good idea, right? So don't have some, okay, all right, let's see, we're on date 7. Now I ask for the kiss, right? No, you determine the need. If they're ready to kiss, you kiss, right? And I said kiss, so you generate a lead, you connect with the lead, you determine the need, and that's what you want to do. Awesome, way to go, Athena. Colleen, one of our friends here, is MLSP like a beginner course for MLMs? I'm curious, how would you answer that, Brian? So Colleen's asking, is MLSP like a beginner course for MLMs? Oh. I know how I would answer, but I'm just curious, how are you?
Yeah, I mean, is it? Yeah, I'll give you my 2 cents. Definitely want your input as well, guys. Is it a beginner? If you're just getting started with network marketing, in my opinion, I would have thought we built MLSP for network marketers. I did network marketing personally, doing the 3-foot rule, and I was actually the guy posting the signs on the bandit signs on in the middle street corners and cold calling, buying leads, and I was 30 grand in debt. I learned about attraction marketing and what happens with that when you actually lead with value and you can give away some content that your target market actually wants, and how to serve people first versus going out there doing the things that I was miserable at. I mean, I could talk to people, but I just 3 years, 30 grand in debt, it wasn't working. And this system wasn't built because we wanted to build a system. It was built out of necessity for our teams. And essentially it was just for network marketers. And in my opinion, if you want to be like the guys and gals on stage with MLSP, you can go build your own offers, get your brand and blog in place, start following up with people. So is it for beginners? Yes. We'll get you going. If I wish I had it in the beginning, because it would have saved me a lot of struggle to learn how to market properly up front. Is it for advanced people who have a team and want to go to 6, 7, multi-7 figures? Yes, it is for anyone who wants to just get better, learn how to do things better. I mean, my goodness, what Ray teaches about blogging in the back office with 3-Minute Expert on top of all the solutions and tools, it runs the gambit. I don't know if that answers your question, but I think I am so passionate, like what Ray said about belief about electricity. That's his belief about MLM. With MLSP, that is where my belief is, and it can help anyone. So that's your take. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, it's something that teaches attraction marketing, and if you aren't generating leads, you're not having people connect with you and reach out to you, then it's a great way to learn that, and it's how I initially learned it. Prior to MLSP, I didn't know how to attract people to me by leading with content and leading with value. And so that's where I initially learned it, and I kind of put my own spin on it, but it's a great system to teach you how to attract more people to you.
Cool.
Okay, I have a health and wellness network marketing company. I love the products over 2 years now, but don't have the skills yet to convert product users into business builders. Do you have any techniques to flip this around? So one, I wouldn't use the words that you don't have the skills yet. All you have to do is, if you have product users, is just ask them, hey, do you get value from the products? Do you like the products? Do you think other people might also like it? And, I think the biggest thing that you can do is get product users to events. That's a big one. But just associate, hey, if you're getting value from something, you don't, and I think a lot of times we get too eager. So like someone loses 10 pounds and we're like, oh my God, you could totally be making a killing at this. And they're like, whoa, I'm just doing my own thing. Well, instead, just kind of ease them in and just say, hey, you're losing some weight. I think there's a lot of people that would be inspired by your story, and you could just tell them about what you're doing and just share your link and do it in a more nonchalant, kind of play it down kind of thing. Let them get that bug themselves versus you try to ram it into them. Start them off slow. Just ask them some questions. Have you gotten benefit? Do you feel better now that you've lost 10 pounds? Do you think other people would like to feel better? Would you like to help people feel better, right? And if you ask them that questions, you're basically painting a picture where it's impossible for them to say, no, not at all, right? But just ease them in. Don't, I think we get too fired up too quickly, and we get too eager to make someone a business juggernaut, and so I would just be careful with that. You're welcome, Sammy. Appreciate that. You don't have an MP3 player. I believe that you do. If you possess a phone, or if you possess a computer which you're watching this through, you possess an MP3 player. So you don't have to, I don't have like a separate MP3 player. I just have my phone and I have my laptop. That's how I play MP3s. Just so you know. And most phones and most cars have Bluetooth, but even if you didn't have that, I mean, I used to have a car that didn't have Bluetooth, and and I would just put my phone on speaker, and just listen to MP3s that way. And you don't ever have to listen to MP3s if you don't want to. You can just you can just watch the videos, because those will play on your laptop, but the MP3 player, but the MP3s will too. So hopefully that helps you out, Margaret. Okay. can I show? Okay. I'm concerned on doing that, Patricia, because I'm worried. I don't want to break anything. Let me. She's wanting to see the second to last slide. Oh, I guess like all the stuff that you get. It's actually on the page. If you go to Patricia is wanting to see all the things included. If you go to Total Recruiting Mastery, can we send that to them, or how does that work?
Yeah, I got Patricia. There's actually a pop-up, a big image in your top right of an offer. You can just click that, or it's in the chat like a million times. It's just totalrecruitingmastery.com,
Yeah.
and you can check out that it's actually broken down exactly the way Ray did it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, totalrecruitingmastery.com. That has the full breakdown of everything that you get. It's much prettier than my PowerPoint too. Okay. There you go. JD is asking, would you create more than one video a day to go out? I wouldn't create more than one video per marketing channel. And I know that may sound kind of strange, but I wouldn't create more than one video per marketing channel. So I'll tell you my ideal day, like not that I don't hit this every day, but like I would love to, is to do a Facebook Live, to do a Periscope, and to do a blog video. Like that's like my like trifecta, right? That's where I love it. But what I don't normally do is I don't normally do 2 Periscopes or 2 Facebook Lives or 2 blog videos. I normally do 1 per marketing channel, and I only email my list usually one piece of content is what I usually go for. So this is another good question. Joseph asks, Ray, when you present other network marketers the MLSP Mastery video, do you send them through a funnel first so they become a lead, or do you send them straight to the video? It depends. It depends. So if I'm talking to somebody and they say, yeah, I'd like to know more, then they've kind of raised their hand, okay? In that case, I'll normally send them to a sales page, right? A direct to a sales page. I'm not saying you have to do that. That's kind of what I've normally done. Some people would argue, well, you get follow-up messages and all these different things, and probably a good argument. You know, me, I normally don't want to raise I want to raise as little resistance as possible. So if I'm passively marketing a link, I'll definitely use capture page. But if I'm talking to somebody and they say, you know, okay, I'm interested, you know, tell me more, I'll usually send them directly to the actual MLSP link. Yeah, so, you know, Tawanda, if you're on social media, you're going to be attracting MLM people who want to recruit you. This, you know, may sound funny, but you're going to attract who you are, right? Not who you want. So you're going to attract who you are. If you're someone that you're mainly going out there to go get people versus trying to attract them to you, as far as you creating videos and content and value and pumping that into the marketplace, you're going to tend to attract more people that are also wanting to go get it, right? If you start putting more value in the marketplace to attract people to you, and you'll probably see a shift there, because you'll start attracting more people that are of that kind of energy, that are wanting education versus just to pitch you. So you always got to kind of be cognizant of who are you attracting and what does that reflect in you, because you can improve that. So Debbie asks, so everything in this course, not the bonuses, has not already been covered in your other courses, trainings that you offer on your website. So we have lots and lots of trainings. I can tell you this is a brand new course. No one has ever actually been through it. There are pieces in this course that we have never trained before. There is some overlap. You know, there's always, you know, going to be some overlap, but there are some pieces in this course that have not been covered. You know, that's, you know, there are just certain ways, because see, I can't assume that the person that buys this has already bought all my other courses, right? So there are some things that have to be repeated, but there are some new things in this course that have not been covered, and hopefully that helps you out there.
Hold up, real quick. Great question by Kay. Sorry to interrupt, man.
Yep.
It is an affiliate product. Some of you guys are salivating. I just saw those questions. I apologize. If you just use your username .totalrecruitingmastery.com for affiliates, the door is open, and we're going to keep this card open. Well, we're not sure yet. It's open from now until tomorrow. Totalrecruitingmastery.com. If you guys want to share links, it's open for affiliates. Rock and roll. Thank you for that question.
Yep. It's a good question. All right. Ray, you mentioned live streaming. Okay. So Kelly is asking, you mentioned live streaming, which I love. Yeah, everyone loves live streaming. It's crazy. Do you simulcast your Periscopes and Facebook Lives, or are they separate broadcasts? What's the logic behind the choice? Well, part of it is utility. And unless someone educates me on a different way, from what I understand and what we've experienced is we have to use 2 separate phones to do a simulcast. I wish there was a button that allowed me to do a Facebook Live and Periscope at the same time on the same phone. That would be friggin' awesome. I don't think that exists, or at least I'm not aware of it. So a lot of it is, just ability. So there are times in the week where, I'm at my house, we decide to do a simulcast, and I grab my wife's phone, and I have one on Facebook Live and one on Periscope, and I would definitely prefer to do it that way every time, but many of mine, for those that have followed me, are in my vehicle. I have no way in my vehicle, in a Tesla, the dashboard is a little, it's not like a humongous dashboard, right? The TV's humongous right in there, the touchscreen, but I don't really have a good way to simulcast in my vehicle, which is where I do a lot of my Periscopes and Facebook Lives. And for those that have never been on, safety first. When I'm on a Periscope, my eyes are on the road, not on the screen. Just be safe. But if I could, I would absolutely simulcast all the time. I would love to do them both at the same time, because why not, right? And our record, by the way, I don't know if you know this, Brian, but our record for simulcasting is we had 7,300 people on live. We routinely,
wow, man.
we routinely get over 5,000, but our record was about 3 weeks ago. We had 7,300 people on live.
Good for you, man. That's wow. Talk about exposures.
Yeah.
My goodness, man. Nicely done, guys. That's the power of building a brand and staying consistent right there. Can you imagine 7,300 people watching you live and listening to what you have to say? That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Okay, let me see.
As Ray's finding another question, guys, there's a lot of people who are talking about leadership level 1. We've got well over 300 Live the Dream tickets sold. We're about 4 months out, guys. If you got this course right now, got to the event and hit L1, which is only 3 people. This is going to be, you should be able to do that very easily. Get on stage, get pictures with Ray, get pictures with myself and the leaders, social proof of you getting an award, an industry, recognized award, guys. That's what most of the leaders, that's like the social proof they need to start really, the celebrity status and the credibility. It's huge. And if you just got this course tonight and applied it, man, you can hit L1. You should be able to do that fairly quickly, get to the event, and then use that as a springboard, man, to go do some cool stuff.
Yeah. So Gavin is asking, is it okay to just prospect via social media this day and age now instead of cold calling on the phone or going out to the mall to speak to shop assistants to try to make conversation? I hate this technique and have no results with it. Should I focus on online social media? So, well, I never bash any strategy, right? I know guys that have been in the industry for 10 years that still buy leads, right? To me, it's intellectually lazy. It means that they just weren't willing to learn marketing, right? But I'm not going to bash it. The bottom line is your network marketing business will be built by you getting eyeballs on a presentation, period. online, offline, cold market, warm market. I don't bash warm market. I think you should talk to your warm market. Just don't be addicted to the idea that they'll sign up, right? I don't bash offline. I don't bash, strangers, cold market, any of that kind of stuff. I just don't believe they're the only way. That's the difference. So you can build your business online, offline, cold market, warm market, period. You just can't do it without the phone. That's fact, right? Now you can sell affiliate products. You can sell info products. You can, you can do lots of stuff. You cannot, in my opinion, build a successful network marketing business without the telephone. I just don't think you can. So if you look at my wife, right? My wife, she built from Facebook the majority of people she did not know. She built a $10,000 a month income inside network marketing just using Facebook by reaching out to social media. She did very little, if any, of what you're describing, cold calling or going to shop owners or whatever. She did social media. But the key to this question is, however you're getting eyeballs on the presentation, that's the dictator. How many eyeballs are you getting on presentation every single week? That's the key. Aw, thanks, Holly. She's excited. Yep. The only two bonuses that I can think of, the only bonuses that you won't see yet is obviously the live bonuses. So Laz, reach out to me privately, and I can help you out with that. Okay. Cool. Do the bonuses include MP3 extras to download and listen to without video? Several of the bonuses are MP3. Brian, did we have master sponsoring? Is that also, do we have the MP3 versions of that?
That was like 10 years. We definitely didn't rip that. Yeah. I don't even think we were thinking about that. But everything else is, yeah, MP3.
Most things are in MP3. I don't think everything is. Okay. Do you always lead with your MLM and use MLSP on the back end? Have you found this to be the most successful way? Great question. I lead with value. That's what I lead with. I lead with value, and then I'm just going to repeat it because I really want people to let this sink in. And sometimes people are so anxious with what's in their head that they're not hearing something. But I lead with value. I generate a lead, I connect with the lead, I determine the need. So if I generate a lead based on value, and I get on the phone and I say, hey, thanks for visiting my site, saw that you entered your information, I just want to see how I can help you. And they say, you know what, I'm successfully building in my network marketing company, and I just saw that you were doing some training, and I'm just looking to get better. Okay. In that scenario, what will I lead with? I'm not even going to mention MLM. I'm going to lead with MLSP, right? But if I get on with a different person and I led with value, I attracted them through a video or training or something like that, and they say, hey, I just left my network marketing company. I'm looking for a new one. Are you in one? Clearly, I'm going to lead with the MLM, right? And again, for those just joining us, I'm no longer actively building an MLM, so I'm just telling you theoretically what I used to do, or not theoretically, but it's what I used to do, right? So it's generate a lead, connect with the lead, determine the need. So sometimes, the primary alternates. Sometimes the primary, based on their need, is MLSP. Sometimes the primary is the network marketing company, right? So it determines. It determines on, it's kind of like, if, someone goes into a grocery store, you don't just say, hey, buy this Snickers, right? You're like, do you like candy? No, I like veggies. All right, here's some celery, right? So I'm finding out, let's maximize our profitability, and let's maximize the probability of profitability by asking them questions before we determine in our head what we're going to sell them. So a lot of people, they're like, what do you lead with? I lead with interest. I lead with, what do they need? I lead with, how can I best help them? So I go in without a plan of this is what I'm going to hit them with because of my quota. I lead with, let me find out what they need. Then I'll position it with them and see, how I can help them, right? So hopefully that helps you out.
Guys, that is the exact opposite of what I was taught when I first started my network marketing company. I think that's why I failed. That is the exact, with Ray actually getting and having an interest in the person's needs and desires, pains and problems, and then actually then being the doctor to provide, provide this, the prescription for their pain. I did not. If you're struggling in network marketing and you're not doing what Ray just said, this course, for me, would have saved me 3 years, tons of blood, sweat, and tears, pain, struggle, which I'm grateful for today. It made me who I am and where I'm at today. But holy that'll change your world in this space. What Ray just said. Replay that. I just took that. I'm writing down on Ray's nuggets here, but that is a huge takeaway. That was a bomb.
Yeah, good. All right, so let's it's getting 11 o'clock here. Let me do cool to do. One more, a couple more.
This is your show. We can wrap it up now, or we can stay. Whatever.
Right. I'll do this one. I like this one, and then we'll wrap it up. But okay, so how many times do you call a lead if they don't pick up and don't respond after voice messages? Do you also send text messages and emails? So I have a little formula that I'll share with you guys. I think you'll get a lot of value out of it. I got a little formula that I'll share with you guys. But I will say that I never get too caught up on any one lead, right? I just go generate more leads, right? So, the toughest are when you're just starting to generate leads and you're like, oh my God, I got a lead, I'm so excited. And you're so like, we gotta make money from this one lead. Well, focus on generating more leads, don't get too caught up in it. But here's what I do. I have a 3 voicemail system. And so, I'll call someone and I'll say, hey, saw you visited my page, give me a call at your earliest convenience and let me see if I can help you, right? Very simple. I am not telling them about MLSP on the voicemail. I'm not telling them about my MLM on the voicemail. A voicemail is not where you collect a decision. So please don't pitch them anything. Don't tell them, don't say the word opportunity, don't say the word low investment. Don't say any kind of tipping of your hand that you're about to sell them anything, okay? Just say, hey, saw you visit my site, love to see if I can help you. Feel free to reach out to me. My number is blank, right? That's it. Now, and you can do this. I kind of prefer to do this when it's something where you have like a scheduled time. It's a little bit different, but I'll call them 24 hours later. Hey, left your voicemail yesterday. You had visited my website. Give me a call if you're interested in talking, and if not, totally cool. Okay. If I don't hear after that, 48 hours after that, I'll call and say, hey, just want to let you know that I'm going to mark you off my list. I won't be calling you ever again. I wish you the very best that life has to offer. And if I can help you in any way, feel free to reach out to me. But I won't be calling you ever again. Now, that's the call that will get you the most calls, because people hate the idea of being marked off a list. So psychologically, it does, it's like an abandonment thing. And so people get really like, oh man, I don't want to offer the list. Did I offend them? And so that's when you'll get the most calls. But I never mark someone actually off my list unless they're a jerk. Like if someone's a jerk, I don't want to work with them, period. My time is valuable, and your time should be valuable too. So if someone's a jerk to you or curses you out or something like that, mark them off the list. Other than that, keep them on the list. Maybe 6 weeks later, you can say, hey, about a couple weeks ago, you visited my website. Why not? But I'll tell you, where these questions get lesser is the more leads you generate. You start generating 4,000 to 5,000 leads a month, you don't give a crap about that one lead. You're just like, they didn't call me back. I left one voicemail. Who cares, right? So, the more that you can generate, the better. And, I'm not saying to be like super awesomely efficient with each lead, but it sure is sweet to generate more and not worry so much about it. So that's just my take there. But yeah, you know, I hope you got value from this. I hope you guys get in on those couple bonuses and all the different stuff we talked about. We tried to make this to be the most ridiculous deal of like the century, to keep it low price. You know, normally this course I'm positive would sell for $497, arguably $297, but $197 we feel it's a total steal for you. And we feel that even one of those bonuses is worth more than $197. So hope you guys get it. And for those that aren't able to for whatever reason, hope you got value from the Q&A and value from the training. And I'll see you guys on Facebook and social media, and appreciate you guys and all the nice comments that we saw. And I'll roll it back to you, Brian.
Man, love you, dude. Love working with you. Love that we get to do this from time to time. Just a couple quick house cleaning, guys, before we take off. The webinars are going to be live. We'll give you ample time to prepare for those. They will all be recorded for everyone who is asking. They will all be recorded, I promise you. They'll be put back in your bonuses section. And again, in about an hour, we're going to take those off the table just for the fast action bonuses movers who move forward tonight to get that bonus. And yeah, man, Ray, just honored, humble dude. You are one of the leaders, in my opinion. When people want to learn network marketing, you're one of the best, man. And
thanks.
You do it, man. You don't just talk it, but your feet go in that direction. And I just appreciate your time. I know it was super valuable. You got a, young family, new baby girl. You're traveling to Dominican Republic tomorrow night, and you're carving out time for this community. So I just appreciate you, guys. Go, find Higdon in our group. Say thank you. And Total Recruiting Mastery, you guys. It's, he showed me and told me, as you saw tonight, what he was putting together. I about flipped out of my chair because of the price point and the value and what it can do for your business. So, Ray, eternally grateful, man. I'll see you in 48 hours. And love you, man. Have a great night. And thank you for this value. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You
and
got
we'll
it.
see you soon, man.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
I'll push you over to the Total Recruiting Mastery right now. And congrats to everyone who raised their hand and moved forward. We'll see you soon.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.